the weekend again. We are here at the Tube Weekend Edition with all the stories that made our week. Here we go. With me in the studio are the one and only Sharingel and Yaron Tenbrink, the Tube's team. How was your week, B-boys?
Yeah, good thing it's over. I want to go to sleep. It was a very busy week. We had to deal with elections here in Israel, and that's behind us. Let's hope for a long time now.
4 years. 4 years to go.
Okay.
Or one and a half or
Yeah.
two, we don't know.
Yeah.
It was a great week. It was a celebration for democracy, if you're Jewish. And yeah, I'm happy because I'm Jewish and my prime minister didn't say, watch out, they're voting. So yeah, great.
Okay, a tone of irony there.
Yeah,
And
it's like-
now, the Israeli elections are finally behind us. It was an ugly race, but also a viral one. Every party from major to small tried to conquer Facebook with funny and creative videos. And almost all heads of parties, including Prime Minister Netanyahu, appeared in videos to tell some jokes. None of them were all funny. V15, an organization that tried to vote against Netanyahu, was perhaps the loudest of them all on the web, so they released tens of creative viral videos. It got huge numbers and attention also on social media, but it failed. What happened? Let's watch a sample and discuss it further. Yeah, so that was one of the videos from V15, a really good campaign video. What happened, Yaron? Why did V15 fail so much?
V15 had a great campaign with viral videos. Their videos were very well produced. They failed because you cannot replace a prime minister that's been here for 6 years just by saying, not him, someone else. You have to come with a program, you have to come with an alternative. And V15, besides the fact that it was a shady campaign and no one really knew who's exactly behind it, and they claimed to be non-partisan, but they're obviously pro-Herzog and anti-Bibi. It was a good campaign professionally, but it was very bad campaign politically. It just doesn't work like that. You know, you want to replace a prime minister, you have to show some kind of alternative, which they obviously didn't.
Okay, there was only one out of many viral videos. What do you think that happened this election with the involvement of the politicians themselves in these videos? Have they all become clowns of their campaigns?
Yeah. It's very simple. It looks like politicians, especially in Israel, but I think it's going to be a worldwide phenomenon where politicians don't want just to be lawmakers, but they also want to be stars, and they can be stars because they are talked about a lot. And this is exactly the place where they can become their own stars of their campaign, of their party.
The Obama syndrome, maybe?
It's kind of the Obama syndrome, but Obama had something behind it. Like, Obama is a good interviewer. Bibi is not. So Bibi, our prime minister, when he comes to do all those funny things on his campaign, it's like it's not backed up by a personality that can sit in front of a journalist and actually produce well researched facts and Bibi cannot be this personality without a script. He needed a script, and this campaign gave him the opportunity. And a lot of people kind of got confused with doing the real politics and just making jokes.
What do you think, Yaron, about the involvement of politicians in their campaigns?
I mean, it's not just the politician, it's mainly their strategists and the people that told him we should do this. And they're all thinking we should have viral videos because viral videos are good, right? And Obama won on the internet, so we can do it too. But it's so completely different in Israel. First of all, the election system is different, politics are different, and I think also Israeli politicians are very different. They are not funny people, most of them. And when they try to play it, and they try to act it, the result is usually a bit fake. It's artificial, and they do produce some very well-made viral videos, but that does not affect voting at all.
So what can we learn from what happened online about in these elections?
I think, first of all, the hate campaign failed. Even when it was funny, it failed. When
The hate campaign is not only online. It was the campaign from what
Yeah,
happened
but-
online.
But the online campaign was usually, look, V15 is a very good example because the videos are really well produced, but they had no content behind them. And they were like, they are too American for my taste. There was like one campaign ad that looked like a Chrysler ad. It was a copycat of a Chrysler ad from 2 years ago from the Super Bowl called Halftime in America. And they tried to bring it to Israel, saying, Israel, I love you, but we have a problem. And it was black and white.
The conclusion is that Israel, the internet in Israel is not global, it's still the internet in Israel.
Even more importantly, Facebook is completely not relevant for an election campaign, especially in a small country in Israel. What you get is a feed of people who think similarly to you, and your ability to affect other people who think differently is very minimal. And we've seen political parties from all sides investing tons of money throwing it on sponsored links and sponsored videos on Facebook, and that has absolutely no impact. Facebook is out of the political game. The algorithm Facebook is using just does not allow for efficient political propaganda. You just convince the convinced. And I think the number one lesson for Israeli politicians and strategists is leave Facebook, get to the streets, get to where the voters are, get to the distant towns in the periphery of Israel. That's where the elections are won.
Listen to Yaron, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Let's move on. This week we talked about Meerkat, the new and hottest streaming app that will let you stream live events over Twitter. Meerkat has been the recent darling of the tech industry, exploding to more than 100,000 users since the app launched a couple of weeks ago. The service initially had a tight integration with Twitter, depending on Meerkat users to link their accounts to their Twitter followers. Soon it will have a competition from Periscope, a small startup that does something similar and was bought by Twitter last week. Tough luck. Is streaming going to be big? Let's hear what Meerkat's Israeli CEO Ben Rubin had to say.
There are always going to be changes in App Meerkat because the way we looked at it as Twitter would be a perfect place to jumpstart the community and jumpstart our vision. The plans that we had just got a little bit pushed earlier.
So this is the last question for the Meerkat folks, and then we'll do the rest of this on my platform.
All right.
And then we'll publish that. A lot of folks think that sort of the growth you've had to date has been because you sort of ridden on the back of the Twitter graph. Once you don't have that access, what do you think happens to Meerkat's rapid growth?
So there is. So let me be clear on that. There is no possible way to stop tweeting to Twitter live video. There is no possible way, even without API. There's a certain way the OS built. There's a certain way the platform is built that even without API, everyone can tweet.
So, Shai, streaming, is it going to be the next big thing?
It's going to be a big thing. I don't know if it's the next big thing, but it's going to be a big thing. I tried Meerkat this week, and I have to say it's kind of great. I really liked it. I really liked looking at streams of other people, and I even had my own stream on election day, For journalists, it's a really good tool. But even as a viewer, I have to say there's something we don't understand, but a lot of teens do. We talk about the effect of the internet of people not feeling lonely. Even looking at a person just typing on his computer and having you can see him and you can maybe say something to him and see it live. There's something to it.
But
even
just
if
help me get the techniques of it, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a video that you shoot now live and then gets uploaded. It's
No,
you opening
it's
a
you-
camera.
It's live
yeah.
broadcasting.
Live broadcasting, which is something old.
It's old, but now you can do it with your smartphone, not from your laptop or a desktop computer at home, but you can take it everywhere. You can broadcast from everywhere. I think it's only going to work like if the people broadcasting are are interesting at all. You know, if it's a journalist somewhere in a war zone, it's amazingly interesting. If it's just me sitting at home, opening my phone and going like, look, that's where I live, that's boring. I mean,
that's going to be also big. I have to disagree with you.
Yeah, because you can see on YouTube what people enjoy watching. And, you know, so might this change versus save Twitter?
Yes, I think so. I
Yeah.
think this could be the next thing for Twitter
If it
to
works.
actually beat Facebook in another totally new game, streaming live and being able to see people live doing great
let's hope
things
for
and even
them.
boring things.
I'll try my best to stream my boring life. Now, this week we found out that Nintendo will finally take advantage of the smartphone gaming craze thanks to a new partnership with Japanese mobile software giant Dena. Both companies announced, hooray! So the new venture will bring true Nintendo gaming experiences to mobile platforms for the first time, which is something fans and even Nintendo's investors have been demanding for years. So, Mr. Gaming, what do you think? What took it so long?
Nintendo is an old company. It has its own set of beliefs, and mobile was not in that beliefs. They believe that they can still sell consoles by their own. Nintendo is a great games company, but in our standards, it's not a very good console company. And trying to be both was kind of a mistake for Nintendo. But there's also a lot of risk by going mobile. They won't go all mobile. It's not like we're going to see all the games now on mobile. But
Will I be able to play Super Mario on my phone?
probably.
no, because they said they don't want to bring the old classic Super Mario. They'll bring the character.
Okay.
You will have the character, and you will have a new game, especially for mobile, with that character, and it will be probably free to play. But for Nintendo, it's problematic because 98% of people who play free to play don't continue to pay afterwards for all the, expansions and all those sorts of things.
Well, you think they did this move because they're running out of cash?
They're running out of ideas. They're running out of cash. Of course they do.
They're basically losing to the competition, but they have such great games. I think that bringing the Super Mario franchise for the mobile generation is going to work. Integrating Super Smash Brothers into the mobile will work. And I think Nintendo. It's not a coincidence that their fans have been waiting for this for so long.
Yeah, but you have to remember what they're talking about is not bringing new games that you will pay for. They are thinking about it as a new way to advertise their own games and consoles. It means that you will download a game, and they hope that the user will
Fall
say,
in love with it
okay,
and then
yeah,
buy it.
I have to buy a
I hope
console
they will
and the
find
game.
ways to integrate their games with their mobile games, because that would be interesting if you can pick up your character and take it with you and just continue, maybe not in the big game, but in a side game, in a related game. That would probably sweep a lot
What
of
we know
users.
for sure is that Nintendo is a great game company, and they're going to produce great games. So it's very good for gamers. I don't know if it's good for Nintendo.
So it's not too late.
It's not too late, but they do need to think about the strategy in other ways. They are not going to sell a lot of consoles because of going to mobile. Maybe they should think about starting to sell mobile games.
Okay, do we have
Yeah.
time for one short video before we finish? Yes, we do. Okay, our favorite viral video of the week was this dude doing sign language for the Swedish song for the Eurovision. Enjoy him.
And tell the others to go sing it like a hummingbird, the greatest anthem ever heard. We are the heroes of our time, but we're dancing with the demons in our minds. We are the heroes of our time, heroes.
Amazing. I love the fact that the word demon is in there because, you know, it comes with the face. Thank you very much, Shai. Thank you very much, Elon. Thank you very much, Swedish translation guy. We'll be back on Monday with a brand new show of the Tube, Twitter, Tumblr, the Tube 24. Goodbye.